Well, good morning. I'm back on the trail and I'm doing what I have been threatening to do. That is take a hike by myself. I'm on the Pinhoti, a familiar section, and my son-in-law Jeremiah just did the first little over half mile in and out with me, just to kind of see me off and test his trail legs a little bit and on a climb. First climb he's done, so he did good. I'm doing good. Got a new selfie stick because I didn't like the phone right up in my face all the time, so we'll see how this works. But anyway, my reasoning for this is just to do my own hike. You know, they always say hike your own hike, and I call myself doing that, but I haven't for a long time, not since the AT. So I wanted to come out for a couple of days and do what the spirit moves me to do. You know what I mean? Just whatever I feel like. Sitting, walking, standing, rolling, sleeping, whatever. I'm going to do totally what I want to do. Even on the AT, I did more of that on the AT, but even on the AT, I was pushing. Like I had this agenda. I had to go. I had to make miles. I had to push. I'm not going to do that. It's raining and supposed to rain off and on all 3 days. I'm gonna stay out 2 nights, 3 days. That's the plan, and go slow, only 5-6 miles a day. We'll see how it goes. If I feel better and can't find a camp spot and have to keep going and end up doing 7-8 miles a day, then I won't do the second night or whatever. I don't know. I'm going to completely play it by ear and do what I feel like. This is the first dip in temperature we've had for like 2 months in northwest Georgia, in the south in general, I guess. This morning's overnight low was about 67, which is like, whoa, cold front. So when I saw this coming up, I jumped on it. Rain or not, I do not care. I've got my pack cover on, and I do have a poncho I can put on if I want to. And then I got a pack liner, so my stuff is dry. I'll be dry, it's fine. I got dry clothes, it's all good. And now I think the temperature is probably somewhere around 72 or 4, something like that. I'm feeling the heat. I had a hat on and I took that off because I was sweating. But yeah, we'll see you down trail and see how my new selfie stick works. Thank you. See you down trail. Just thought I would have you walk with me a little bit. I do believe that's the other switchback. Yep. Coming up. Climbing, climbing, climbing. The trail is picking up a little bit of water. Yeah. All right. I will leave you here until down the trail. So I made it to pretty much the top. I think there's a little more climb, but this is the first campsite where Lynn and I camped here when we came through. And just want to show you a little bit of the trail, and we'll head out. That's where I came from. And how's that for a cairn? A cairn, not a Karen. Drop the trekking poles. Right, Julie? Nope, Jean. Jean was trekking pole dropper. Me too. Anyway, here we go. There's been no rain. Wind blows and blows some drops off the leaves a little bit, but it's fine. I did check the temperature. It's still 69. I was thinking it was like 72, and it's not, just because I got a little hot climbing, but not bad, not bad at all. It's actually perfect. There's a little breeze, as you can see. It's perfect. And what else was I going to talk about? Oh, what somebody had asked, like, what I brought for snacks and stuff. This time I just opened the cupboard and grabbed what I had. I do have some gummy snacks just for quick sugar sometimes. Those are helpful when you're climbing and you really don't want to eat. You are not hungry, you don't want a snack, but just a quick shot of sugar. It's temporary, but it helps. So I got a handful of those. I have some veggie straws, and I have some I don't know, wheat crackers and a few doodads like that. My lunch today, should I decide to have a lunch, I don't always. Actually, for breakfast, I'll start there. I had a couple peanut butter crackers, so like a couple tablespoons of peanut butter on the wheat crackers, 4 little wheat crackers, and a protein drink, plant-based protein drink. So I'm good, I'm fortified. For lunch, I actually have peanut butter and jelly tortillas rolled up on tortillas. So that's my lunch today and tomorrow. I didn't get fancy. I did the same thing for lunch both days, same thing for supper both days, which is I got 1 package of ramen noodles split between both nights, along with 2 little baggies of dehydrated beans and dehydrated vegetables, which I will rehydrate. Only takes about 10 minutes, so I'll stick those in some water and cook them when I get to the trail. We're going to stop and view the flowers every now and then. Yeah, so that's what I have. And most of my snacks in today's lunch is right in my fanny pack, so I do not have to dig into my big pack and my regular food bag, my sack. So that's the scoop on food. I'm going to shut up and drive, and I'll see you down trail. So I'm at like the second camping spot at the top of this ridge where Fancy Pants and I camped, and Jenny and I camped. We're just taking a sit-down break. It's very nice breeze. I am in the clouds, I think, through the thick of it there. Not much of a view behind me. Can't really see. I think across the way behind me there is John's Mountain area. Not much of a view, so I'm glad I didn't push Jeremiah to go up this far, but on a good day, this would be a good stop. Just like 1 1/10 from the trailhead, so. But, yep, just taking a breather off my feet just for a minute, and then we'll push on. See you down trail. I remember, it's funny, coming along this trail, I have snapshot memories. You know, first time we did this, first time we did that. This section with Lynn, this section with Jenny. Different things like that you remember. I remember this little rock scramble the first time with Jenny coming through here, and I thought I'd die. I'm laughing now. I'm laughing. That was my baby hiking days. It just, I don't know, brings back memories. It's not difficult at all, but I do remember almost step for step in some sections the first time. And you will too, first time you come on a trail. You'll have snapshot memories. I hope you're getting out and making some snapshot memories. Tell me about them in the comments below. I would love to hear yours, or even see a picture or whatever. See you down trail. Okay, lunch spot. Whoo, Yep, this is the best idea I ever got on trail from Lynn. Praise her. I have a little square of Tyvek that I take out to sit on logs and rocks when I'm taking a sit break. But Lynn suggested one point we take our whole ground sheet out and spread it out and lay out on it. And that was a stroke of genius. I don't know why I never thought of that. But that's what I'm doing now, and putting it up against this tree so I can lean against it and don't get ticks and all that. I'm sprayed down pretty good, but you never know. And this is my view. Shoes off. Always shoes off. When I take a pack off sit down break, the shoes have to come off too. And I'm kind of at a ridge. You can tell the top of the ridge. It's still pretty overcast and all that, but gonna have a little lunch. This might not be a bad tent spot. Fit one or two tents right there. That nice flat grassy spot right there. I would camp there. It's just kind of soon. I've only gone about 3 miles, I think, a little over 3. But good stopping point. See you down trail. Sorry, but this is just beautiful. Just thought I'd take you through this little, I don't know, these pine trees look like a gateway to something, ushering me into something. And there's a nice bright pinhoti emblem marker. I don't know. I am at about 1,400 and something feet. I think the highest I do on this trek is 1,600 feet. But I don't know where I'm going to stop. I'd like to make at least another 2 miles, so we'll see. No rushing, no pushing. Just trying to divvy up the trail so that, wait a minute, gotta get a hold of my trekking pole, yeah. So that my last day is my shortest day. That's all I want to do. So that I don't have to, it'll be my 3rd day of hiking. And that last bit is a little tougher than this here, so I don't want to be doing 6 miles to get out. I'd rather have 2 or 3. We'll see. We'll see. Wish me luck. See you down trail. Guess what time it is? Time to embrace the suck. I put it off as long as I could. Hope I got my, have to check. Kind of hard to feel back there. I think I'm covered. All right, about another hour to go before I'm gonna set up camp. See you down trail. Yes, I'm having fun. Yes, I'm enjoying it. Yes, I'm glad I came. Boring, but that's all right. I'm gonna keep hiking. I don't want to. The only thing I don't want to do is pitch a tent in this, so I'm gonna walk through it. It's supposed to clear up. Having a blast. I seriously am. This is still better than the couch. Way better than the couch. I love it. I love it. If I could do a whole wall of just black and green, just the black bark of the trees and the green in my house, I would do it. Food for thought. See you down trail. How to get across. How to get across. I'm hoping my campsite is going to be about another half mile. But first I got to navigate this and try to keep my feet dry. Wish me luck. So, this is home for the night, I've decided. Nice, soft, grassy place, quasi-level. I'm going to pitch my tent right here. My legs are hurting, I'm sore. I got about 6/10 of a mile to the gravel road, and I don't want to be too terribly close to that. So, here it is. It's almost 3 o'clock. The rain is letting up, so I don't even feel it. So, I'm going to pitch my tent. And I may or may not say goodnight. We'll see after we get all in and see what's going on. See how the evening goes. But it's been raining. It just started letting up in the last 10-15 minutes. I thought I could sense it letting up, and it did. And I knew between 2 and 3 o'clock was supposed to be the heaviest. So pretty spot on. But I'm done. I'm done for the day. This makes 5 hours of hiking. Yeah, a little over 5 hours of hiking, so Not bad for coming off the couch after about a month, right? Not bad at all. So I will not see you down trail, because this is as far as we're going. I will talk to you later. So I put water in my dehydrated beans and vegetables and hydrated them pretty well, and came on down the trail here. Let's see, it's almost 5:15, so I waited till 5 o'clock, came down here and just set up on the ground in front of me because I forgot my little Tyvek sheet to sit on. So I'm standing up to do everything, and got my water boiling and put my noodles in there, see, and my vegetables and whatnot, and ran out of gas. So that's that. Something, I walked into a spiderweb or something, I think. Anyway, out of gas. I did manage to get them half cooked, so that's what I'm eating. Half cooked ramen noodles and rehydrated beans and vegetables. I do wish they could have cooked 2 or 3 more minutes, but it's edible. It's all right. It's warm. The water did boil, so be thankful for what you got, right? Go with it. It's gonna have to work for tonight. My tent is back that way, up around under that blowdown. That is quite a blowdown too. Did 6.5 miles today, and I'm gonna make it to a big well-known camping spot for tomorrow, hopefully, and I will be doing 7.2 miles tomorrow. So I think it'll be good. I stopped early enough, stopped around 3. So I ought to have a very good rest and go at it tomorrow. So this will probably be it for the night. I will say good night, and I will see you in the morning. Toodles. Good morning. It is right at 8 o'clock. I'm completely packed up and headed out. Yeah, not in the same direction I was headed. I'm turning back and going home. Last night was so cold, and I think I mentioned, well, I'm going to walk and talk, I think, as long as I can. I didn't bring my sleeping bag. I only brought my liner, which I haven't tested this liner, and if it was my old liner, it might have served me better, but this one just offered nothing, next to nothing, in the way of warmth. So I ended up getting up twice and putting on more layers, whatever I had. Right now I've got every shirt I brought on, long sleeve and 2 t-shirts, and yeah. Ended up putting on my dry hiking socks as well as my bedtime socks, and I was miserable. And then halfway through, my hips started hurting, like really bad, and I meant to keep aspirin out of my toiletries bag so that I could take some in the middle of the night. There's a decent chance I would have needed it, but I didn't have it. So I had a painful, cold, miserable night. It started raining. I got done all my supper stuff there as best I could with no gas, and it got back in the tent about, I don't know, 5:30, 5:40, and right at 6 o'clock it started raining again. Snowing, bite your tongue. Started raining, and it rained till well after midnight. And it just, I don't know, there were no animals stirring, nothing going on. It was very peaceful that way, but it's freezing. I was freezing. I don't know what the temperature was because I had no reception, so I couldn't check my phone for the temperature. Oh, I did have this little thing. I forgot to check that. Anyway, I'm sure it wasn't much lower than maybe, I don't know, 66 maybe, which isn't freezing by any account until you try to sleep when you're damp and you got nothing good covering you. All I could think about was my fleece blankets at home that that we use like in the living room for throw blankets. I have a great big soft one. That's all I could think about. Bruce, come cover me up. Anyway, I still have no cell service, so I got my phone on, not on airplane mode, and I got it turned up high, so the minute it starts ding, 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 and I'll know I have service, and then I can call Bruce and say, pick me up at the starting point. I'm kind of bummed, because if I had gas and warmth, the wet doesn't bother me. The wet I can deal with. I had to get up and put on wet shoes and wet pants, but, well, the pants aren't too wet because I sprayed them, but they're wet, they're damp. But my shoes are soaked. But that wouldn't bother me. It just wouldn't. I could have gone on, but if I had gas and warmer sleep protection. So I probably won't do that again. I'll probably bring the sleeping bag no matter what. I mean, I had room for it. There was no reason not to bring it. Other than I just thought, well, you know, just keep it light. Got that bag liner. My other bag liner added 15 degrees. So that would have been welcome last night, I'll tell you. Anyway, that is it for now. I'll turn you around so you can see the trail and walk with me a bit. And we're headed back down to the creek. The creek that I showed you yesterday that I had to maneuver and come across. The trail crosses it 3 times. 3 times. So it wasn't bad. You just got to pick and choose your route and keep your trucking poles out ahead of you and go very slowly. Sometimes a rock is okay to step on as like a 1-2, like put one foot on it and bring the other foot ahead of it, you know, all in one motion. But it's not good to stand on because it's rickety. You gotta calculate all of that. But I did it. I did good. I didn't. No sneakers went underwater. So I did good. All right, I'm gonna hang up and drive, and I'll keep you posted as to the developments down the trail. So I'm about 2.5 miles from the trailhead. I was able to get a hold of home, and they will be picking me up in a couple hours. I'm only going about 1 mile an hour. I keep walking into spider webs, and didn't think I could get pictures, but I'm going to try right here. I just walked into this. Let me see if I can get... Where is she? She's up. Right. Right. Oops. I touched her web again. There she is. There she is. Yep. That's what I've been running into. I keep seeing them, but this is the first time I've videoed them. I don't know what she is. I'm one tired little girl. My feet hurt. My hips hurt. I don't know if it's lack of sleep because I just didn't sleep well at all, or lack of caffeine because no coffee this morning. I don't know, combination, or just taking this on right off the couch. But I've enjoyed it for the most part, except the pain in not sleeping. I'm disappointed that I had to cut things short, but it's all good. You learn something on every trip, right? All right, I will close out when I get to the trailhead in my ride home. Bye.